Hey everybody, this is Jim Grisanzio from the Oracle Groundbreakers team back in here in Honolulu for UnVoxxed Hawaii 2020. I'm here with Cindy Jurgens. Cindy, welcome.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's good to be here. This is actually the final interview of the day. This is the second day of the conference. We just wrapped up inside. We're going to everyone's going to be heading out here for some social events to finish up the day and to wrap up the conference. I was having a conversation with you a little bit earlier, and you're involved with some interesting issues, and we actually have a common history in construction. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to have a conversation with you here. So let's start off with why you here. How did you end up here?
Here in Hawaii and here at this conference.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, so I ended up in Hawaii, love of surf, sun, and salt, like many people who end up here. But my career background includes construction, industrial, in the oil sands in Canada, and I eventually made my way to more sustainable projects and ended up here in Hawaii doing solar, which is on the forefront of renewable energy in the nation.
Interesting. I was doing construction in New York couple of decades ago, a long time ago, but never oil sands. That's very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's the tail wagging the dog in the economy in Canada. But I knew something needed to change, and I didn't sleep well at night working in that field.
Is that why you ended up in solar issues?
Yeah, I kept chasing the more sustainable projects and ended up doing construction in solar here. And I was working with some developers on, project management tools, pricing tools, renewable energy data, and I realized I want to be on the other side, working as a developer. So I went into a boot camp. Yeah.
I remember you actually saying that in there. Okay.
Yeah. So it really got me into the world of tech, more in the context of development and that problem solving, critical thinking approach to any challenging issues.
So what was the transition like from construction into technology?
Well, since I had an objective in mind in terms of applying the context of construction and renewable energy, it was easier to fine-tune the focus towards data and streamlining processes and all of that, operational efficiencies.
Was it easy?
No, it was really tough. It was one of the most humbling experiences in my life, which
Who was that?
That was Chris Thallinger who organized UnVoxxed.
Is he leaving?
He just drove by in a convertible, throwing the shaka. So
he's heading up to the North Shore to go surfing at this point.
Yeah, which is 18 foot. Good luck with that. But yeah,
which is where we're heading after this, by the way.
Yeah, that should be fun. Good luck with it. But yeah, it was challenging, but I was able to take skills and go laterally into project management of products that serve the renewable energy fields. Yeah.
Cool. And you also mentioned earlier projects involving women in technology and diversity and things like that. What's up with that?
Yeah, so in my experience transitioning from construction or another field aside from tech into tech, I found that there was a gap in resources for women like me.
But there's not a lot of women in construction either.
Right, but not specifically from construction, but just mid-career women who want to transition into tech. So there's a lot of focus and energy on school-aged education programs, university programs to help really build and foster that career pathway. But for someone who's doing a 180 or at least a 90-degree pivot into tech, it was really challenging to find something that's female-specific. And so out of a selfish need, just to find a study buddy or study group, I co-founded this with Sunny Hospital, who was also a mid-career consultant. She's a programmer and a statistician. So we started up the Hawaii Women in Tech group. It's currently on Meetup right now. It's pretty grassrootsy, but there's definitely a demand. We have over 50 people signed up. And our format is pretty casual, but we have a discussion topic on something feminist-oriented, female-specific in professional development. And then we'll have a capstone project sharing moment where we, share what everyone's working on. It's been really interesting, really cool to see what's coming out of the woodwork, to be honest. I had no idea this ecosystem existed, and it's been really rewarding so far.
Well, it's interesting. You are experiencing the creation of something brand new.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is on the mainland, there's a lot of resources, right? But they're specific to geographies. And here in Hawaii, you can dial in remotely, but it's just not the same having that face-to-face interaction. So, which is why conferences like UnVoxxed is so valuable, because we are by nature just behind our screens, working remotely. So having that human connection makes all the difference.
So this brings us up UnVoxxed Hawaii. This is the third year of this event, although it's been renamed a couple of times. What are your experiences? Actually, this is your first experience here?
It is, yeah. So I had heard of unconferences before, and I was intrigued by them. Never really had the opportunity to sign up. So this presented itself amongst the Hawaii tech ecosystem and just came with an open mind, and so far really impressed by the talent and the
there's a lot of talent in that room.
Yeah, really cool. I didn't have any expectations, to be honest, so I've been really impressed.
Were you able to flush out some of these discussions here with these guys back there?
In what respect?
Well, in terms of diversity issues, in terms of mid-career changes and things like that.
Definitely. Actually, we had a pretty good attendance from our Women in Tech group, 10%, so to speak. And some of the questions that were brought up was how to transition from academia or any other industry into tech. And that was one of the more popular sessions. Another one was diversity and what the status of that looks like here in Hawaii, and also the general industry nationwide. So that was really fascinating to dive even deeper and hear from other people's stories on their experiences.
I've gone through a few career changes as well, because I used to be in construction, and a few actually old age for me. It does take an enormous amount of thinking and preparation. People don't realize just how difficult it is to make a career change, but you seem to have done it pretty well.
I hope so. Still learning. It was really, again, one of the humbling experiences, because sometimes you get used to knowing that you're one of the smarter peoples in the room, and then you end up in a world where the language is different, and that language makes such a difference. So yeah, I'm still learning. I've learned not to become the smartest person in the room as a result of it. The older we get, the more we realize we don't know. Yeah.
So what's up after this? The conference is over today. You live here, so I've been asking people if they can hang out for a while, but just concerned about the wind and the camera there. So what's up after this? Do you have any other events planned?
I don't have anything planned. We are working on more Hawaii Women in Tech collaborations with other existing female groups and working professional groups. So we're excited to come out with more workshops, hoping for some cross-pollination with these efforts here. Yeah. You want to grab that?
It seems to be stable.
Okay.
Hopefully Chris will run this event next year as well. We're pausing for the wind here, by the way. You can see her hair is blowing. So hopefully Chris will run this event here again next year, because we had, I think, 25 or so last year. Actually we're up on the North Shore.
Okay.
And this year is about almost 70 in there. So it seems to be like it'll be an annual event. So we'll be back next year if we run it.
Definitely. I hope to actually help organize it. I think Hawaii is such a special place for obvious reasons, but also the value it can bring in terms of bringing in Indigenous voices. So we hope to have more of a Hawaii focused and engaged attendee and theme. Yeah.
Well, that'll be very helpful. Thank you very much for the conversation, and look forward to seeing you again next year. And we'll talk to you guys next year from Honolulu. This is Jim Grisanzio from the Oracle Groundbreakers team, and it's time to go surfing.
All right.
See ya. Bye.